Novo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and today I want to talk about a massive amount of hypocrisy from a very slimy, shady skeet known as Ethan Klein. Now, what you see on the screen here is actually from a Jessi Smiles. Now, for those of you who don't know Jessi Smiles, don't worry, that's not super important to the story. You can see her Twitter in this video here at Jessi Smiles _. Please only send this person positive messages because essentially what happened to her was she had been raped. Now, the person has admitted to doing it. They were arrested. They were prosecuted. They took a plea deal. This did happen to her, and it's really sad and gross and disgusting what occurred. But, you know, Jessi Smiles, please do not send any sort of hatred her way because to me, this is someone who's clearly being used in this scenario. Now, roughly 3 years ago, she had made this statement on Twitter, and from everything I could see, she has not tried to make any sort of contact with Keemstar since. I'm going to read through the entire thing with you and then show you what a hypocritical, slimy, shady, just gross and disgusting individual Ethan Klein is. I have had you blocked all these years for a reason. You have, since the beginning, insisted that I am a liar and that I was not raped. You have repeatedly spewed hate and stupidity in an attempt to discredit me. These are the last words I will ever utter in your direction. Unfortunately, I was raped. I could care less if a bottom feeder like you believes me. But since you love to condemn misinformation, let's get a few things straight. Curtis Lepore admitted to raping me multiple times on a taped phone call that was admissible in court. You say it's not logical that with a confession he's still not in prison. Damn right, it's fucking not. Welcome to our justice system. Trials are expensive and the DA offered him a plea deal instead. Charges were not dropped like you said they were. Me making story times for entertainment purposes does not discredit me. You're the type of guy that shamed a stripper if she was raped in an alley. She was asking for it, right? To everyone coming onto my Twitter just to call me a liar and shame me, bring it on. I've been through worse than this and I always get back up. I'm sorry to my fans for deleting my tweets where I spoke up. I let the assholes win this time, and I wish I hadn't. Always use your voice and never back down. Shitty people like Keemstar will never go away, but luckily, they're at the bottom of the barrel, so it's easy to rise above them. Now, man, I've criticized Keemstar on many occasions. This looks like a situation where Keemstar completely fucked up, right? He got it wrong. He was giving his honest opinion. It just turns out that he was completely wrong on this situation. Now, why is Ethan Klein a shady, disgusting human piece of filth? Well, remember, this is 3 years ago, and she hasn't made a statement about Keemstar since, right? Ethan Klein randomly jumps in to say, I'm so sorry, Jessi. This is April 6, 2021. What is he fucking sorry for? Is it a terrible, disgusting, gross story? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't understand why Ethan Klein is jumping into this just a little under 3 years after she had made the statements about Keemstar. Honestly, it reminds me of when this disgusting and gross coward made statements in his nuclear takedown of Keemstar by basically implying that Keemstar was responsible for Etika's suicide. Ethan Klein is just a gross piece of human trash. Now, I'm going to get into that video really quick. But Kavos jumped in, right? To say, as usual, Ethan using someone for his own gain, who will proceed to discard later once he has what he wants from them. Not thinking about the actual person involved or even caring about what they have been through. What if this person doesn't want to relive this? I don't know anything about this situation, but it is so transparent that you don't actually care, just want to use this for your own gain. Now, I said some kind of mean things when we were streaming and we read this. I don't want to send any sort of hatred towards Hannah either, because, you know, they said there's no way you'd miss this, completely misread the situation, is there, Kavos? You want to consider maybe apologizing now because you got shit wrong? And this is showing that Jessi Smiles liked a tweet that Ethan Klein had sent her, which was the "I'm so sorry, Jessi." But also, you can see here, Jessi Smiles is currently being followed by Defamation Noodles, and as we've already kind of shown, Defamation Noodles and Ethan Klein, I guess the easiest way of saying it is if you see Ethan Klein, Defamation Noodles will be right behind him sniffing his ass. But why would that kind of matter, right? I don't think it matters that Jessi Smiles liked the tweet. It seems like a nice tweet, completely out of context. When you understand Ethan Klein is just doing this for his own benefit, kind of makes a little bit more sense. And Ethan Klein is probably the last person who should be getting involved in this, only because another user at Leafy_Stan showed us this was actually from Ethan Klein's podcast on the situation. Now, the full clip is available on Twitter, but they're referring to the exact same situation that that Keemstar thought was fake. Okay, I want you to hear what Ethan Klein said when he was informed that somebody had been raped.
Wilson, my God.
Yeah.
Did you know?
It fell through though because one of the Viners was accused of rape.
Little rape.
Yeah.
Little rape.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently Ethan Klein, when he was told that this girl had been raped, started laughing and then said, "Oh, a little rape. That's fine." You know, man, completely out of context. That sounds fucking awful. But in context, it doesn't sound much better because, well, I can shame Keemstar for getting this situation wrong, and he got it grossly wrong. He was at least giving his honest opinion that he thought this situation was fake, right? Granted, I think it's proof that maybe Keemstar should take a massive step back from talking about, sexual assault cases, but that's for another time. Ethan Klein didn't believe that this was fake. He just heard that somebody had been raped and started laughing and saying that it was fine.
Yeah, you can. Well, actually, he still has a successful.
Who is it? Well, you're not accusing him.
No. Yeah, he was accused. I think he settled out. It was a rape accusation from his girlfriend.
Who was
this guy?
it?
Curtis Lepore.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look.
It happened several years ago, but there was a time I think where it was like.
So in context, Ethan Klein had no clue who this girl was, had no clue who this Curtis guy was that raped her. But when somebody on his podcast informed him that a girl had been raped, his initial reaction was to start laughing about it and saying that rape was fine. So yeah, on a moral level, I think Ethan Klein is like a massive pile of just human shit, right? That's been left out in the sun for like a year. And then was shoved into a skin suit and they put on a terrible fucking beanie. Because I don't know who hears that a girl had been raped and starts laughing and saying, well, that's fine. Fucking disgusting and gross. I think that Ethan might be in the wrong here to try to use this situation about her statements on Keemstar when this dumbass has a podcast episode with 2.6 million views from 3 years ago, around the exact same time that tweet was made, laughing at this girl being raped. Go fuck yourself, Ethan.
Nova, let that shit bang.